Welcome to Popcorn Playback. Today we're going to recap an action thriller film, Fast X, that was released in 2023. Hope you'll enjoy it. Before we get to the storyline, like and subscribe for more recaps, and have a great day. The story begins in Rio de Janeiro 10 years earlier than its current setting. Crime boss Herman Reyes and his son Dante are now waiting for Dom and his men to come and get them. Dante Reyes, the son of the drug lord Hernan Reyes, makes an effort in 2011 to prevent Dominic Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor from robbing the vault that contains his father's money. However, Dom uses the vault to force Dante's turreted SUV into the water, but Dante manages to escape the crash and vows to have his vengeance on Dom. Dom continues to raise his son Brian, who is lovingly called Little B Marcus, with his wife Letty Ortiz, after he stopped uploading data to Project Eris. After some time has passed, Roman Pierce, Tej Parker, Ramsey, Han Lu, and Dom's grandmother, Abuelita Toretto, pay them a visit during the family reunion they are attending. Following the teams reuniting, they are given a new assignment in Rome, and Dom and Letty make the decision to remain in the city. Cypher, who is a cyber terrorist, show up at Dom's house later that night after being betrayed by a squad, who joined forces with Dante and was being blackmailed by him with threats to murder their families. Dante had threatened to kill their families if they didn't comply with his demands. Cypher is the one who alerts him to the fact that Dante is searching for his family and they are in danger. The next day, Little Nobody shows up to take Cypher to jail. While he is there, he reveals to Dom and Letty that Cypher is telling the truth, but he also informs them that he has never given the team a job to complete. Dom and Letty, upon realizing that the team has been taken to Dante's trap and is unable to contact them, head to Rome in an effort to save the others. The squad is now held hostage in Rome inside a vehicle that is controlled by Dante and has a time bomb that is about to explode. When Dom and Letty come to help the squad, they are successful in stopping the truck. However, the bomb continues to spread through the streets, creating a chaotic scene throughout the road. Along the way, Little Nobody is dangerously close to being murdered by a bomb that Dante concealed in his vehicle. Since Dom does not have enough time to disarm the bomb, he throws it into the river in an effort to stop it from making its way to the Vatican. Even though Dom is successful in dropping the bomb in the river, the bomb blasts and a significant portion of the city is destroyed as a result. Dom and his crew are accused of causing the devastation and become wanted criminals around the world. Letty is taken into custody, but the rest of the squad is able to avoid capture and get away. Amy's, who is the new head of Mr. Nobody's group, has come to the conclusion that Dom's crew is to blame for the assault, and he has begun searching them. Little B, who had been being looked after by Dom's sister Mia, is taken away by a special forces unit that has arrived in Los Angeles. As soon as Jacob, who is Dom's brother, joins them after having been approached by Dom, they quickly become dominant over the group. Jacob and Mia split ways and Jacob takes Little B with him to protect him. Tess, the daughter of Mr. Nobody, is confident that Dom is innocent and uses God's eye to locate him at a pub so she may prove her father wrong. Tess discloses Dante's true identity to him and then proceeds to forewarn him that Amy's will pursue them. Tess goes to jail where Letty is being detained for purposefully harming her and sends her to get her wounds treated at Dom's request while Dom flies to Rio de Janeiro to meet Dante. In the meanwhile, Dom travels to Rio de Janeiro to confront Dante. Dom encounters Dante in Rio de Janeiro where he issues a challenge to Dante in the form of a race. They are joined by two other street racers, Jogo, who is one of Dom and Isabel Neves' close friends. Isabel Neves is the sister of Little B's mother, Elena Neves, whom Cypher had previously murdered. During the race, Dante reveals to Dom that he has hidden explosives in the vehicles of the other two competitors, and that he must make a decision on who will be saved. Dom saves Isabel's life before the bomb explodes. When he stops to save Isabel, Dante wins the race. On the other side, Jogo was killed due to the explosion, but Dom is successful in preventing Isabel from being injured even. The next day, Dom makes an appearance in one of Dante's prisons, where he learns that his family has been the subject of surveillance for a number of years. He receives a phone call from Dante, in which Dante promises to kill Dom's family. This takes place while Dom is in the process of being brought into custody. While Amy's and his squad are taking Dom into custody, the remaining members of Dom's crew come to know in London that their bank accounts have been hacked, leaving them with no money at all, with the exception of the dollars that Roman had been hiding from them. Roman had been keeping these dollars hidden. Then they come to know that anybody who hands them over to the concerned authorities will be eligible for a reward in millions of dollars. Deckard Shaw is the only person the team can consult for help, and they have already done so. When Shaw finds out that his mother is supporting Dom, he first denies their offer of assistance and refuses to accept it. On the other hand, he abruptly changes his mind and chooses to assist them. During the time when Dom is being brought into jail, Amy's and the rest of his crew are trapped by mercenaries working for Dante. During this moment, Dom is being taken into custody. Amy's forms an alliance with Dom in order to fight against them, but Dom almost immediately shifts his focus to Dante. On the other side, it is revealed that Dante has kidnapped Isabel all along, and this entire event was a dodge. Tess rushes to help Dom, but on her way there, she is shot by a sniper who was hired by Dante. In spite of her injuries, she is successful in snatching God's Eye, which Dante employs in his pursuit of Brian in Portugal. Dom is able to save Isabel when Dante is in the air on a helicopter due to his quick thinking. Isabel is one of the one who ends up taking Tess to the hospital, and Amy's realized that Dom is blameless and grants her permission for him to obtain help. The remaining member of Dom's crew come to know that God's Eye is in the possession of Dante, and as a result, they have made a decision to go to Portugal in order to stop him from using it. After arriving in Portugal, Jacob and Little B learn that they are being chased by a band of mercenaries, but they are ultimately successful in winning over the mercenaries. Dante manages to get away with snatching Little B despite all the hurdles he faces. When Dom travels to Portugal in order to save Brian, he discovers that the remaining mercenaries have already made their way to the country and are waiting for him there. Jacob makes the decision to make the ultimate sacrifice after understanding that his brother is about to be killed and that his supply tank is going to be compromised. He does this in order to remove the remaining mercenaries and allow Dom enough time to rescue Little B. Following the destruction of 2 helicopters, Dom is successful in rescuing Little B, only to be met by 2 trailers that the antagonists intend to smash into him to murder Dom. An aircraft carrying the rest of Dom's team also arrives, but is subsequently destroyed by Amy's, who was later showed to have been working for Dante the whole time. Amy's is responsible for the apparent deaths of the crew members. Because they had no other option, Dom and Little B jumped down the dam just in the nick of time. Dante admits that he has set explosive on the dam to destroy them. He does so because he anticipates that Dom would escape and research every move that Dom would make. Letty is transported to an undisclosed prison hospital to get her wounds repaired, and it is there that she quickly locates Cypher. After engaging in combat with one another at first, the two eventually come to cooperate and discover that they are in Antarctica. The two get away, and not long after that, Giselle Yashar, who has survived the crash from the aircraft after sacrificing herself to save Han, comes to their aid and saves them. In a sequence that occurs in the middle of the credits, Luke Hobbs receives a call from Dante while he is on a mission with several other operative agents. In the conversation, Dante informs that because Dom was solely responsible for crashing his father's vehicle, and Hobbs was the only one who shot Hernan dead, Dante would be targeting Hobbs next after Dom, and the movie ends there. Okay, that's the entire recap for Fast X. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.